Hare Krishna, good morning. It's from Chandradas again. We're here with the Sunday cookies. We offer to Krishna with love and devotion and then distribute them. I already wanted to show you how we do it actually. So I already didn't mixed up exactly, but I put all the ingredients in a big gigantic bowl we have here. There are 12 cups of flour, cup of oats, and around a tablespoon more or less of all the sweet spices we have, including turmeric. Turmeric actually I put 4, and we melted here a nice amount of butter, like 4 cups of butter. Melted and will be mixed with the rest of the dough. As soon as I'm gonna mix the dry ingredients. Basically what I do, I separate the dry ingredients from the wet ingredients. So I have the sugar with the bananas, which are wet ingredients, and then separately I have the dry ingredients. I found out throughout the years that this is the easiest and the fastest way how to mix them. And actually, if you fast enough and you put them in the oven right after you mix the dough, there is like some air in between inside the dough, which makes the baking much faster. So usually in our conditions, in our regular household stove, it takes about 3 to 4 times to bake this amount, and it's about 150 to 170 cookies, depends how big you make them. And yeah, this is what we do here every Sunday. We make cookies, we go to the Tam Tams, and there I'm going to show you how we are chanting and conversing with the people about Krishna consciousness, trying to give them a little glimpse in what is actually spiritual life. And there's a great potential there. I personally, I met Puri Prabhu there. So many other practitioners of Krishna consciousness are there, and so many others are waiting there. Yeah, there used to be, I think, 200 full-time devotees in Montreal. So, many of them are roaming there. There are around maybe 1,000 people every Sunday gathering there, probably more in the end of the summer during this time of year. So today we're gonna go there even earlier with more cookies, more chanting, more kirtan, more philosophy. Like this. So it's dough. The dry ingredients are pretty much mixed. In between the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients, in between mixing them, I put the butter, and I make a very similar thing to what you do when you mix when you make it like a puri dough. So I put the butter, I crumble it with the dough. I'm gonna crumble it. And yeah, it's very important, the stages, because it makes the cookies more soft, and it's easier and faster to bake them, especially when you bake such a big quantity. This is like 12 cups. Our cups actually, they're a bit bigger than regular. They're like double. So that's actually, each cup is about double the size of a regular cup. So you might take it into consideration. So that I'll show you the cup, but my hands are already mixing. So yeah, you basically You crumble the dough. Put a lot of butter. We didn't use butter actually for a long time, till we received a nice donation from Jagannath Prabhu. He's sponsoring the whole Tam Tams throughout the summer. He gave a nice donation. That's thanks to that I can actually cook bake many cookies with the best ingredients using butter, nice spices. I put nutmeg too, I forgot to mention. And the sugar, bananas, they mostly donated weekly by the local stores. Many Muslim stores, they donate more than the Hindus actually. The Hindus, they on the verge of hating us. Sometimes they want to call cops when I ask donations. That's another story. But yeah, the Muslims, they're very nice and they support. They have some God consciousness. And yeah, now when we add the butter, there's practically it makes such a big difference in the cookie, how it's how soft it is, and seems that Krishna likes it more like that. Softer, the better. So yeah, now it's more or less it's crumbly. Even if you don't mix the ingredients perfectly, it will be mixed when you bake them. So I make like a little hole too in the middle. It's easier to mix everything. So now we're gonna put the wet ingredients, which is the banana and the sugar. I use about 20 bananas, medium bananas, for this amount, which is 24 cups of flour. We use atta flour, brown atta flour, the best so far. Very affordable, easy to work, it's not sticky, and it's from India. Yeah. So it's nice. Krishna, somehow he arranged the Indians to be everywhere, so we can take advantage of the Indian products. So please, Krishna, with this home ingredients. So yeah. Sugar quantities are, I use 2 kg for this amount. I just buy a 2 kg bag of brown sugar, golden sugar, of course not white. If I have more funds, I use gur. With gur you have to use one and a half of the amount, so I would use 2.5 kg of gur. Gur is less sweet, more favorable, so you can cut down on some of the spices and put more gur. That's an option too. And as you can hear, the air portion is very nicely mixed with all of that, and if you fast enough, you know, the whole dough stays very airy throughout all of the baking. It takes about 3 to 4. I use 3 baking sheets, 350 Fahrenheit of heat, fix the dough after you're done in the center so it preserves it. It doesn't dry fast. Yeah, and it's really fast too. The whole preparation takes less than an hour, or even 40 minutes perhaps. And you can make many cookies. It's a big prasadam distribution. Even one person, you can do the whole thing. This is pretty much mixed. This is, even if it's a bit too liquidish, that's okay. Don't need to waste time to put more flour and mix it again, because it's not, you don't use water actually or any liquid but bananas, so it doesn't affect the stiffness of the dough. It's more soft, so it's gonna evaporate with the water portion. So this is the cup we use. As you can see, it's a big cup, more than the regular. Someone told me it's like double, and it makes sense. So the proportions we use here in the temple are already always doubled, so that's good. More prasadam can be distributed. So the sheets, baking sheets, what we'd use to, of course you can use all kind of foils and baking sheets and all kind of things, and somehow Krishna, there's no arrangement for baking sheets really, non-sticking things, so we just use ghee. We have some leftover ghee, so I put a tablespoon on each tray, and then nothing sticks, and if there is need for more ghee, I just put a little bit in between. You no need to wash or scrape the sheets. Yeah, so very easily applied. You apply the ghee everywhere. We don't use here oil or canola oil or all these oils. Prabhupada actually, he said that vegetable oil is not meant for intake. It's meant for the outside of the body. So we don't want to feed Krishna something which is, it's not palatable. We want to give him the best ingredients. And ghee somehow is always available here in the temple. If it's not available, I go and beg. Practice here brahmacharya from humility. And begging is a very essential part of it. So, very important to use oil, or this is the best we found actually. I think we tried a few times with paper baking sheets, but it didn't really work. So we use now the ghee. for the last several years. This Tam Tams program, actually, it will be nice to mention, this is the 11th year of the program. I joined it in 2013. Gurjit was doing that, I think, for 6-7 years maybe before, so it's a very nice service for Srila Prabhupada. It continues to bring many souls here. So heat again, 350 Fahrenheit, 175 Celsius. If the dough is too liquidish, what you can do, you can take a little cup with cold water and apply it on a little bit on the tip of the fingers and in between on the hands. But this is actually a very nice consistency of the dough. When I put the oil, when I oil the sheets, baking sheets, I oil the sides too, because I put the cookies many times on the edge, as you can see. And they're gonna expand like anything. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. 4x3, I found it very easy to work with. It doesn't take too long and enough space. And if there is a need for an extra batch, you just make an extra batch. I warm up the oven, of course, beforehand, and I put, as soon as I have one tray ready, right away I put it on the top, because what happens in our stove, as you can see here, it's a very primitive stove. It's like a coil, like sort of a grill, meat eater, butcher style. So the heat is never even, you know. So I put them gradually, one by one, and then somehow or other, Krishna, the heat and fire, makes it work. So I'm gonna make the two rest of the sheets, fill them up with some nice cookies, 4x3. Close the oven, and in 20 minutes we're gonna see you back and show you how the cookies looks like. Takes about 20 to 30 minutes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. So 10 minutes passed. As you can see, they're nicely puffing and puffing. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna switch the trays. Our stove cannot really handle so many cookies, so what we do, oh, I completely forgot what I'm doing. Oh yeah, we're moving each layer of cookies, each set of cookies up, so basically the bottom is not too burnt and the top is not too overbaked. The stove is not really meant for that, but you know, we do the best with what Krishna supplies. Last summer actually we had a funny incident. We were baking, since all the nice Prabhus from Europe been here. We were baking for maybe 5-6 hours in a row. We were trying to make 1,000 cookies, and I don't remember if we made it or not, but what happened at the stove, the coil in the stove start to produce some fire. It caught on fire, so we had to call the fire brigade. It was a whole commotion, so the fire department came here, but by that time we already realized it's not such a big thing, so we just gave them cookies and sent them back. So that's what happened in the 10-year anniversary of the Tam Tams, when the Prabhus from Bhaktivinoda been here, Bhakti Philip Prabhu, Makanchor Prabhu, like that. So see you in a bit. Gonna show you the cookies just before I'm gonna offer them to Krishna, so you can judge for yourself if Krishna gonna like it or not. Hare Krishna, Jai Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So we're back. Just before the cookies are done here in the oven. I think they're almost done. Are they done? Are you done, guys? Are you ready to go to Krishna? We cannot offer Krishna only cookies. With water, that will be probably too pale for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we're gonna slice down an apple, and I already boiled some milk. And some almonds. So there'll be almond milk. Don't worry, it's not the vegan almond milk, it's cow's milk with little almonds, crushed almonds, just 2 or 3 of them. I read somewhere in the database that Prabhupada would take milk in 3 forms, either plain with a little sugar, or almonds once in a while. So sometimes I offer almonds inside the milk. Grind some almonds. So yeah, like this. So the cookies are done. I'm gonna set up the offering tray. Cut all the unnecessary parts. The apple. Krishna is just like a spoiled little boy, so we have to spoil him to the topmost extent. Cookies, fruits, milk, the apples, even a little thing like apples. We try as devotees of Lord Krishna we try to offer it in the topmost standard. Personally, I like even to peel them. Nice plate for Krishna here reserved, particularly. Milk. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Hare. Okay, let's see what's the cookies. Haribol. Oh, I think we already even overdid them a little bit. As you can see, they're pretty sweet. As soon as they're brown on the bottom, these are pretty much ready. And just in case, you can test, not taste, but test one of them. Use this nice spatula or whatever it is, and you just take the most thick central cookie, slice it into half, then you'll see for yourself. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty much done. Oh, the lighting is not very good, but maybe from here. Okay, from here. Anyways, you can see how crispy it is from the inside. And now with the butter, it's not hard, so you know, you can please Krishna to the topmost extent, thanks to your nice donations. So let's choose some nice cookies for Krishna. This is a nice cookie. This is a nice cookie. Okay, oh, this is a nice cookie. So let's go to the altar. We're gonna take it to our temple room. Where we do the offerings. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare. Absorb the offering with a lot of love and devotion, because that's what Hare Krishna likes. Hare Krishna. Namo Shivaya Krishna 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 Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Prasad Yoga Krishna Krishna Navadi Krishna Namo Shivaya Krishna 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 Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Prasad Yoga Krishna Krishna Navadi Krishna Namo Shivaya Krishna Krishna Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Prasad Yoga Krishna Krishna Navadi Krishna Namo Mahavira Krishna 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 Om Brahmada Go Brahmata Krishna Krishna Brahmada Go Brahmata Krishna Krishna. Okay, so now the Supreme Personality of Godhead, together with his associates, is testing the cookie and other preparation we made. Hopefully he's gonna accept this preparation. And after the baking is done, we're gonna fill up this bag, this atta bag. We're gonna reuse it as our cookie bag, and it's gonna be stacked to the top with cookies. About 200 cookies can be filled up in this bag. And yeah, like you can see, one set is up, it's ready. 3-4 more to go. So we're gonna see you, I guess, in between to the Tam Tams. I'm going to take another nice shot of how we set up all the equipment and we go actually to the mountain and how we get there. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So the offering is done. Let's remove the offering from the altar and see if Krishna, Lord Chaitanya and the Parampara liked our presentation. Okay, let's see. So what do you say? Krishna liked? The zoom unfortunately is not the best. So this is the Maha cookie. Hare Krishna. And we got more here to go. Oh, Haribol. It's a lot of steam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So here we are ready to go to the mountain. We have our 3 bags. Harinam Prabhu, the sign, Mr. Harmonium. Actually, we made a checklist years ago with all the things. So the most important things are marked there. Lord Chaitanya, some books like that. So let's go and chant the holy name. Give many cookies out. Hare Krishna. So we're here in the Tam Tams. We're about to start the ecstatic Harinam. Please join me in chanting Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare